Today we're taking a massive leap forward. The old gear, retired. We're upgrading to Mekanism's Atomic Disassembler, supercharging our firepower with an electric bow, and we're taking to the skies with a jetpack and free runners. Oh, and while we're at it, we're giving the base some much needed infrastructure upgrades. By the end of this episode, we're not just surviving, we are leveling up the entire operation. So today I've got a few things on the docket list for us to do. Number one is I want to upgrade our tools even further. Our pickaxe and some of our gear. I know we have pretty awesome gear as it is, but we can get it even better. That being said, the things that we want to make are still within Mekanism. We're going to grab a snooze here, but our pickaxe is one thing that we want to upgrade. And then we want to get ourselves a jetpack also. And these guys keep coming out of the portal. Yeah, get out of here. So yeah, we're going to get a jetpack and a pickaxe called the Atomic Disassembler. So I'll show you what those look like. So for our Atomic Disassembler, you can see we need a few different types of alloys, an energy tablet, which a lot of stuff that we've done before, and then one of our refined obsidian ingots. So nothing too crazy there. We can get that pretty easy. We want to get ourselves an electric bow. I don't know if this is going to fire like electricity or if it's going to shoot like regular arrows or what, but that looks pretty sweet, so we want that. Also, our jetpack be a little more involved to get ourselves a jetpack, but it won't be too bad. And then we could also think about free runners. So there's a lot of like Mekanism armor that we can like get ourselves. So I'm gonna work on that for a bit here. And once I have all the resources ready to go for crafting and everything, I'll check back in with you guys. I'm just gonna be in our underground little chamber down here, crafting things up. Once it's all ready, I will come and check in with you, and you'll be right along with me for when we get those upgraded. So I'll see you shortly. Okay, so I've got everything for the Atomic Disassembler and the what was it, the legs, the free runners, or the jetpack, something. The bow, that's what we had. So we have the stuff for the bow, the stuff for the Atomic Disassembler, and then I was looking at the jetpack and I was like, okay, well, why don't I just make the armored jetpack? This requires bronze ingots. And I looked through on how to make bronze, and it looks like there's a lot of different ways, but this is the one that I was thinking about, was in the combiner. But to make a combiner, you need reinforced alloys, elite control units, steel casing. So a lot of like diamond tier stuff. But luckily, I just so happen to have just finished making that. So we can make our combiner. Bum-ba-bum. And in our combiner, we can create if we go back to Mekanism, copper dust and tin dust. Or ingots and ingots. So not too crazy. I'm going to set this up in the new factory upstairs, in one of those smaller rooms, and get working on making some bronze I mean. But in the meantime, those should be enough to give us a Atomic Disassembler, and this thing is going to be crazy. I'm super excited for that. And then our electric bow. Did we not have? Here we go. Energy tablet and the electric bow. So let's go ahead and put these on our hotbar here. They do need to be charged up though, but last time we made this platform up in here, right here, the charge pad. So we just stand on that, and you can see on the taskbar, or the hotbar, that it's charging up that one. And now it's moved to the Atomic Disassembler. Now this is gonna be so cool. So let's test them out. Okay, let's just try this. So we've got just a bunch of dirt. And it is so fast. Super, super fast. So that's super exciting. But what about the bow? I honestly have no idea, so let's test it out. Well, let's grab some normal bows, or excuse me, let's grab some normal arrows and see what happens. And is this gonna work? Okay, so it does need normal arrows. But shoots super far, so that's cool. That goes like all the way across the river, it looks like. Yeah, that's easily making it across. And the durability is just electricity. So it's never going to like necessarily break. All we have to do is charge it up. So that is super awesome. And this tool basically replaces all of our other ones for the most part. So if we see it has 21 attack damage compared to our sword that has 8. This is one heck of a tool. And it really wasn't that difficult to make once we have, we already had all of our resources going. Next up, I do want to make the jetpack. So I need to place down this combiner up in our factory, and then we can make like bronze or copper or something. And there we go. It's powered and you'd never even know. And all we need to do is combine whatever the two things were. I think it was tin and copper in there. Easy peasy. So I'm going to work on that some more. And once I have that ready for the jetpack and probably the free runners, I will check back in with you just before we craft them. Okay, we're on the cusp of getting these things done. So first of all, free runners. There we go. And then for armored free runners, we just need a steel block. And then we'll need 2 diamond dusts, which we have. For a jetpack, we need to make a chemical tank. So there's that. We need some tin. Okay, and there is our jetpack. So we have the base versions of these. Next, we need the armored version. So for this, we need diamond dust. And for the armored jetpack, we also just need diamond dust. And a little bit more steel. Okay. So, armored free runners. And an armored jetpack. Oh, we need steel block. There we go. There we go. Armored jetpack. Whew. A lot of crafting right at the start, but we're getting upgraded and we'll work on another project here soon. But now we have these things. So this gets 8 and 2. This is 8 and 2.5. So it's comparable. Comparable to what we're wearing right now. But check that out. That's looking pretty slick. And then with our Atomic Disassembler, oh yeah. We're looking sweet. Okay. Next, we need to charge this stuff. Oh, and I don't even have to jump anymore. I forgot that was one of the things with the free runners here. You can just walk up blocks. So you don't have to jump. But boop. Nice and easy. Okay, after a quick Googling, it sounds like I just need to place it in our electrolytic separator, which should be easy enough. So we'll take that off. Stick it in there, and yep, sure enough, it goes straight in. Okay, here we go. Our jetpack is charged up. So, oh yeah, that's sweet. Oh, that's gonna make everything so much easier. For instance, taking out this block, I put this up here for the schematic. And I was like, do I really want to tower up here to like break this one block? So I kind of just left it, but now it's no issue. I'm pleased. I mean, we're like kitted up with Mekanism stuff. Okay, I have decided what we are going to work on for the rest of this episode. I was tossing around a couple ideas, and ultimately I couldn't decide on what sort of like facility we would be needing next. So what I decided to do was just work on development. development of our area here. We kind of started building up a place where we can put stairs to get up there. And then you take a peek over here. I cleared out a path here, I suppose, that leads all the way out to the edge of the island. You want some of this? Come here. Yeah. So it leads out to the ocean, and I figure we can do like, I don't know, we can make like a dock out here or a fishing barge or something oceany eventually. But for right now, I want to get this covered, so we kind of have a covered walkway going down here, get our stairs put in, and kind of mostly work on like design sort of features rather than, well, design and utility, I suppose. We'll be walking here, so that counts as utility. But yeah, I'm gonna keep plugging away with this. I'll maybe start on a stair design that we can repeat moving forwards, and I'll check back in with you guys in just a couple minutes here. Well, it'll be instantaneous for you, but maybe a little while for me. Anyways, I'll see you soon. So, just wanted to show you what I've been doing here. I built up these same pillars that we have been doing with the archwood trapdoors to do that kind of like reinforced sort of look. So keeping that the same. And then for the roof here, I was kind of doing a similar thing to our factory back here, where it's just lined with copper, and then we'll do like some sort of roof up there. But just wanted to show you what we had going so far. And I'll tell you what, building with the jetpack is so easy. You can just hover in place and float around and do whatever you need to do. Building is going to be so much better with our jetpack here. But we're just going to keep going with this sort of design. And we'll move, one up at a time like so. Until we get there we go. Until we'll have like a completed roof going along down the way. So just wanted to keep you updated. That's what we're doing right now. I'll be back when it's finished. And I'm back. So you can see behind us, we finished the roof. Looking pretty nice. And then I also went ahead and started putting up some lanterns here. And working on stairs as well. I'm not 100% in love with the stairs yet. Work in progress. But as for this, you can see we extended our pathway down through here. And I just started putting in some lighting. I figured I'd better stop and show you all what's going on. So I'm doing like either side of every other pillar for these lanterns. But things are looking nice out here. And I think this path is really coming together. I'm just now even considering maybe in the middle we can branch it out. So it's like comes out in this way and this way. So it's kind of like a plus sign. So we'll have one going to the beach, one coming out to whatever's over here, one going out this way to something. That could be cool. All right, so we're down here getting just some... Ooh, what was that thing? You see that crawling in the background? Creepy. But we're down here getting some... Yeah, look at that. What are you? Cockroaches? Yeah, get out of here. But I wanted to show you how fast the Atomic Disassembler is on Deep Slate. It's literally like Instamine. No effort at all. Like something like that would have taken like a decent amount of time. And I noticed too, kind of on accident, but if you shift and scroll while holding this, you can like adjust the speed at which you mine. So there's slow, normal, off, which I guess it doesn't do anything, and fast. Like that's so crazy. But that should be plenty of deep slate for us. And there we have it. our little plus sign is complete. Or a cross. Or if you look at it this way, it's a multiplication sign. All sorts of uses here. But now we've got a nice covered walkway to access different parts of our base with. And I didn't bring a shovel with me, so we'll have to do the ground some other time here. But that's enough on this for now. Next, I want to actually get some sort of staircase in here. This just doesn't look right to me. It's weird. It doesn't look like it really fits in. So I'm gonna give it some thought and see what I can come up with. Right, so I have taken down the stairs that were there, and I've come up with this. What we see here is, instead of just a straight staircase up, I thought, wouldn't it be cool if the staircases kind of wrapped around and brought you up here, and then you could have one going up here, and then we can continue this and bring it, wrap it down this way too. So we're kind of like building into the hill that's already here. And essentially the staircase is going to wrap all the way around this section here. And I threw in some of the stripped oak that we've been doing and more of the copper. And some of this copper is, like, I put that up just a couple minutes ago and it's already blue. Same with that one down there. But then the rest of them haven't even changed. So kind of weird how some of them are aging like considerably faster. But what I did here was just a bunch of slabs and, like I said, the stripped oak logs, and just wrapped it up this way. Threw some stairs in, and yeah, I think that's working rather well, if I do say so myself. Along with this over here, I'm pretty happy with this. It doesn't really serve a purpose as of yet, but it will. Eventually it will. And everything is looking like it's tying in together nicely too, which I'm pleased about. Oh, hey. What are you doing up there? What are you? How'd you even get? Oh, yep. Working on the roof still. We're making progress though. But what is this guy doing up here? Hey, how did you get up here? And he has nothing good. Hey, man, it's like dangerous. You're standing right on the edge. You shouldn't be up here. Don't worry, I'll help you down. Ooh. He disappeared. How unfortunate. Alright, so for the last bit of the episode here, I'm gonna go grab some leaves and maybe some vines and such. Throw in some more like decor items, kind of like we did on our house here. Freshen things up a bit. I'm not gonna work anymore on the stairs or anything because we are running a little low on time. But that's what I'm gonna do next, so I will be right back. All right, the sun is set right when we finished. Here we have it, folks. Let's give you the grand tour. So we're all familiar with this, of course. Of course, our tower, our home. We love it. We know it. The roof is finally finished. It took, what, 6 episodes to finish the roof, but it's finished. It got finished. And of course, this leads down into our mine and our initial workshop area, which is very loud right now. We had our first power supply. Over here, I've dropped some more leaves off just here and there. And I also planted one of these, it's like that tree, which did end up growing. Turns out you only need one. But it's the red version of that. So we got one going there. Dropped a couple leaves here and there. And I also threw in some bamboo just for fun, I suppose. Continuing on up our staircase. We sprinkled in some leaves here. Our tree actually grew, which is nice. And ignore the little piece of dirt right there. But I threw some torches in there so it'd stay lit up. And as long as you're not looking, directly where the torch is, it looks rather nice. Nice and lit up at night. And there's a creeper. We're going to show him what it means to come into our territory. The stairs / pathway here will eventually extend along the back this way. And we'll get working on moving into our power factory. We already have a bit of power generation going on here. You can see this is making 80,000 FE per tick, both of them are. And it's using up some ethylene, probably because that digital miner is constantly running. That's okay. That's why we built it. Other than that, I appreciate you guys watching the video. If you liked it... Oh. Got a friend. See ya. Yeah, I appreciate you guys watching. If you enjoyed the video, go ahead and leave a like. And if you want to see more, don't forget to subscribe. But other than that, thanks so much for watching, and we'll see you next time.